Hello and welcome to Cascade High School in Clayton, Indiana. My name is Lec Zorn and I'll be bringing you all the action as your Cascade Lady Cadets challenge the Cardinal Ritter Lady Raiders in Game 8 of the Indiana High School basketball season. Well, after an 0-6 start, your Lady Cadets finally got their first win of the season on Saturday, beating the Brown County Lady Eagles by a score of 44-33. Brown County hung tough into the third quarter, trailing only 27-25 before Cascade pulled away thanks in large part to the sharp shooting of 5'8 junior Bella Mahan, who made 5 successful three-point field goals and scored 19 points, shattering her previous career high of 8. In addition, 5'11 sophomore Hallie Cansdale scored 9 and 5'10 junior Carly Gibbs had 11. Tonight, Cascade tries to build on that momentum and get their second consecutive win, but they have a very tough opponent, the Cardinal Ritter Lady Raiders, who enter the game with a record of 6-2 and have been one of the top Class 3A programs of this decade. Now, so far this season, Cascade doesn't have a player averaging in double figures, but the aforementioned Carly Gibbs and Bella Mahan have shown signs of emerging as very good offensive players. Gibbs leads the team in scoring with 8.9 points, plus 4.5 rebounds and 1.7 steals per game. She scored a career-high 20 against Danville back in Game 5. Mahan averages 6.4 points per game and has hit 11 successful three-point field goals. In addition, Hallie Cansdale has been a strong inside presence with 8.1 points and a team-high 7.5 rebounds per game, while 5'6 sophomore Emma Parsons averages 6.3 points and a team-high 1.8 steals per game, and 5'5 sophomore Juliana Schmidt averages 3.8 points and is second on the team with 4.7 rebounds per game. Meanwhile, Cardinal Ritter is a very balanced team led by 5'6 junior guard Megan Sandifer, a versatile player who leads the team in points with 13 per game and assists with 2.6 per game, and is second in rebounding with 5.5 per game while shooting a team-high 59% from the field. 5'8 junior forward Gabby Hicks is just under double figures with 9.5 points per game, as well as 4.9 points and 1.5 steals per game, while 5'7 sophomore guard Emma Litzelman averages 7.7 points and 2.1 steals per game. 5'8 Chloe Olejnik averages only 4.6 points, but a team-high 5.9 rebounds, plus 1.6 steals per game. And 5'2 junior Elena Klosser averages only 3 points, but a team-high 2.3 steals per game. Cascade's head coach is David Carpenter, who's 46-34 in his fourth season with the Lady Cadets. Cardinal Ritter's head coach is Tom Downard, who's 108-47 in his seventh season with the Lady Raiders and has won 2 of the 5 sectional championships in school history in 2014 and again this year. Well, at this time, we'll take a short break for a few words from our sponsors, and then we'll be back with the opening tip-off. Cascade Cardinal Ritter coming at you live. Next. The Cascade High School Athletic Department simply would not be able to operate without the financial support of our business partners. We would like to recognize and thank them for their generosity. The official health provider to the Cadets Hendricks Regional Health, Diamond Partners, Best Way Drywall, and North Salem State Bank, Platinum Partners, Allen Irrigation Company, CJ's Pizza, Dunn Insurance Agency, Jill and Ian Bell's ExpertRealtors.net, and Global Construction Management, Silver Partners, Electric Plus, Bassett Services Heating and Cooling, and Clean Sensation Auto Detail, and Bronze Partner Endeavor Communications. Thank you, business partners. Your support of the student athletes of Cascade High School is greatly appreciated. Well, back here at Clayton, we're just a few minutes away from tip-off. We've got a crowd of a little over 100 here gathered into the gym tonight at Clayton. It's been a little bit chilly this week. We had a high today in Clayton of only 33 degrees after the temperature got into the 50s this last weekend, which was very, very pleasant compared to what we've had lately. And we're supposed to have highs in the 30s for the next 7 days, and then finally creeping back into the early 40s starting a week from tomorrow. We'll see. Hopefully it'll get a little better than that. But nevertheless, it's great to have you with us. And for those of you who are braving the cold weather to come out here tonight on this Tuesday night, then, it's great to have you here. Thanks for putting up with the weather to support the Lady Cadets. And for those of you who are snuggling up by the fire or too far away to attend, glad to have you with me. It's an honor and a pleasure. And hope to make you feel like you're right here in the gym. But anyway, last Friday was a very exciting day for Cascade basketball. The girls entered the evening and do our boys-girls doubleheader against Brown County. The girls entered with a record of 0-6, the boys at 1-2. But, we swept the Eagles, so the girls getting their first win of the season, the boys getting their first home win of the season. And now the girls trying to make it 2 in a row tonight, although against a much tougher opponent. Cardinal Ritter has won 2 sectionals in the last 5 years, and they've been one of the most consistently winning Class 3A programs in that time. They are 6-2 this year, despite not having a single senior on the team, and they should be they should be even better next year. I'm surprised they're not already ranked in Class 3A, but if they keep this up, they probably will be very soon. And again, they should be better next year. This is a series in which Cardinal Ritter has won the last 6 meetings. However, it has not been total domination by the Lady Raiders. 3 of the 6 games in that span were decided by single digits, including that thriller a couple of years ago in our first season of broadcasting on audiosportsonline.com for Cascade, in which the Lady Cadets fell only 59-57 in overtime on a layup at the buzzer. And it was certainly, in fact, I just listened to that game today for the first time probably in over a year. And there was a Cascade, it was up and down. The Cascade made a big comeback. I think we were down by 8 in the fourth quarter, came back to tie it, and then led for, a big chunk of overtime before Mia Kiner laid it in there at the buzzer. And in fact, at the end of regulation, Cardinal Ritter appeared to win, but appeared to win on a last second shot. However, it was ruled that the Lady Raiders player did not get the shot off in time. So anyway, it was nevertheless an exciting game. That was one of only 6 games that Cascade lost that season. That was the season we were ranked as high as number 5, and had that disappointing first round loss in the playoffs to South Putnam. But anyway, this is going to be a very busy gym over these next few days. This is the first of 4 games that are going to be played here this week. After tonight, we're going to have a boys-girls doubleheader against Edgewood on Friday. Should be an easy win for the girls. The boys, it's going to be much tougher, as Edgewood is the number 3 ranked team in the number 12 ranked team, in Class 3A. And then to cap off the week, Saturday night, we're going to be visited by the boys are going to be visited by a very familiar opponent, the always tough Danville Warriors, who are on, I believe, a 21-game winning streak over Cascade in boys basketball, and who are currently the number 17 ranked team in Class 3A. So anyway, hopefully, hopefully Cascade will triumph in all those games, but nevertheless, these are teams that are building and should be better next year. And hopefully we'll get a couple of wins to prove that we're further up the ladder than we thought in the rebuilding process. Now, this is a rivalry that's been going on for the last few years between Cardinal Ritter, that is, Cardinal Ritter Cascade. We've been playing as non-conference opponents for the last several years. Starting next season, we will be playing as conference opponents, as Cascade will be joining Cardinal Ritter in the Indiana Crossroads Conference, one of the top low to mid division conferences in the state. And I'm especially excited from a football standpoint, because it's really going to improve the quality of our competition with playing a lot of regularly ranked teams, including Cardinal Ritter, a five-time state champion who plays their home games at the beautiful stadium there at Marian University there on the west side of Indianapolis. Marian University, home of the two-time NAIA national champion football team. They won it in 2012 and 2015. And in addition, also have Triton Central, Lutheran, Cecina, all major powers, top 10 teams in the lower divisions, and also Beech Grove Speedway, and then Monrovia, of course, the 2015 state champion in Class 2A. So, we might be losing more games, but we'll be toughening ourselves up for the tournament a lot too, which is important. And so now the final seconds tick away on the pregame clock, and so it looks like we're getting ready to pause for the national anthem, so I'll be ready to do that at a moment's notice. But anyway, during the JV game, I actually did something that I don't normally do, but I actually walked around the crowd and I counted the fans, and we had 101 of them, and so we're probably up to somewhere in the neighborhood of 125 by now. Hopefully we'll get at least closer to 200. And at that, we will pause for the national anthem.
Kindly remove your hats and face the flag at the west end of the gymnasium as we celebrate our freedoms, those who currently protect it, and to honor those men and women who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Well, thank you to Cascade for that lovely rendition of the national anthem. And anyway, so now they're getting ready to introduce the starting lineups. This is a game on paper where Cardinal Ritter, if they took the betting lines on high school sports, Cardinal Ritter would probably be a slight favorite, but not an overwhelming favorite, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 10, 12, maybe 15 points. But I'll tell you, the way that Bella Mahan played in that win against Brown County on Saturday was very encouraging. She scored 19 points. We've really struggled the last two seasons a lot on offense. Last season, Olivia Bryant was our leading scorer as she averaged 16 a game. And she was unquestionably our best player and she's now out playing at Lincoln Trail College in Robinsonville, Illinois, along with her triplet sister Amelia. But I felt that Olivia at times tried to force things a little too much, but I think probably a lot of it was because she felt, and at times she was right, if she felt this way, that she had to have a monster game for us to have a chance to win. So, hopefully this team will end up being a lot more balanced. When Carly Gibbs scored 20 against Danville back 3 games ago, I was hoping that she would I was hoping that she had just turned a corner and was going to start becoming a regular 20 point-a-game scorer. She's only scored 6 and 7 in the 2 games since then, which doesn't mean that she's not going to end up being a great player. I think she will be. I think she is going to be one of our top 2 or 3 players, this season and next season, when she's a senior. So anyway, now we've got the tip-off here. Hallie Cansdale will be jumping against Gabby Hicks, 5'11" for Cansdale, 5'8" for Hicks. Cardinal Ritter, not a very big team. Nobody over 5'8", so Cascade does have a size advantage and does control the tip. Carly gets it, gives it up to Emma Parsons, who brings it up. I think it's really important that we get off to a good start in this game. So now Carly across court to Juliana Schmidt, fakes the 3, drives in, puts it up, no good off the glass, and Cardinal Ritter gets the rebound, brings it down, and she loses the ball, however, and Emma comes away with it, brings it down herself, and pitches to driving Carly. However, the pass is stolen, and now pitches down court, and it's a lay-in, and she's fouled in the act of shooting. So wild start to this game. So I've already seen, and that foul's on Mahan. Hopefully we keep her out of foul trouble, because we might need her to hit a few of those 3-point shots like she did the other day. And the first free throw is no good. I believe that's Chloe Olejnik at the free throw line now. She missed them both. However, offensive rebound by Cardinal Ritter. That was Megan Sandifer, the best player on this team. And now the shot is blocked. Hallie Cansdale not only blocks it, but gets the rebound, and she gives it up to Emma Parsons, who brings it down. So it's Cascade lucky that we're still tied at 0 here. So now we got to take advantage. Schmidt over to Parsons. Oh, and she she wasn't paying attention, and she just threw it out of bounds incorrectly, assuming someone was there. We've got to stop the turnovers. That's two turnovers that Emma's committed now in the first 59 seconds of the game. We got to stop that. So no score over a minute into the game now. Now a dart to the basket by Sandifer. She lays it off the glass and hits it. So Sandifer leads the team in both points and assists, while second in rebounding. Now the steal attempt knocked out of bounds to Cascade with 6:35 to go here in the first quarter at Clayton. Game 8 of the season. Cascade 1-6, got their first win in their last game. That was Saturday over Brown County. Trying to make it 2 in a row today, but it's against a much tougher opponent, a team that's beaten us the last 6 times. So Parsons now. And now cross court pass to Schmidt. Drives to the baseline, pitches back out to Parsons. And now she takes it over to the top of the key. Still dribbling, now gives it over to Carly. Fakes a 3, now pitches out with 3-pointer in the corner, in and out. Put it up by Juliana Schmidt, and she draws the foul. So Juliana will have a chance to tie it here. First one is up and good. Good. And it's good that it's good. All right. Cascade shooting only 45% of the free throw line this season. That has to improve. And a second one is no good. We need to get it up to at least to the 60s, if not 70s. 45%, we're probably, if we keep it up 45% all year long, that'll probably cost us 4 or 5 games. Now a 3-pointer from the corner is blocked by Mahan. However, Cascade, that was Olejnik got it and put it up and in. Still 2 shot blocks in the first couple of minutes for Cascade. And now Hallie Cansdale is left wide open, and she hits it. She's been a solid, not flashy, but certainly solid presence inside all season long. And now baseline jumper, in and out. Hallie the rebound. So Cascade trailing by 1, can take the lead with any field goal here. And now looked like it was Sandifer who was going to go for that steal there and backed off there at the last second. Schmidt now over to Mahan, back to Schmidt, to Parsons at the left perimeter. Emma now down to Carly in the left corner, out to Schmidt, over to, now back to Schmidt. Now inside to Carly, and she hits it and she's fouled. Yes, yes. Yeah, she was wide open, and then Gabby Hicks suddenly rushed in and committed the foul. So that's her first, team second, and Carly Gibbs becoming already the third as she completes the three-point play. So Cascade 2 for 3 from the line today, and it's a 6-4 lead. Now jumper just inside the free throw line, no good. Knocked out of bounds to Cardinal Ritter. 4:42 to go here in the first quarter. Glad to have Cascade with the early lead. Now we just got to build on it. And now stolen on the Juliana's now on the fast break, gives it to Emma. However, Emma wisely brings it down. There were already 4 Cardinal Ritter players who had made it down court. So now Cascade with the ball in a 2-point lead. Emma dribbling near midcourt, pitches over to Mahan, back to Parsons, back to Mahan, now over to Schmidt. And now Juliana dribbles, pitches out to Mahan, cross court to Carly, fakes the three, drives to the basket, puts it up, no good. Rebound Hallie, she puts it in, she hits it. So Hallie Cansdale with 4 points early, and it's an 8. It's an 8, and now we've got Cardinal Ritter taking a timeout. Coach Downard not liking the sloppy start to his team so far, so that's a very good sign, very good start to the game for the Lady Cadets. They lead 8-4. And, you know, they after those 2 early turnovers by Emma, the team settled down and, you know, it's played really tough. And again, we do have a solid size advantage. Like I said, Cardinal Ritter not a player over 5'8", whereas, you know, for us, Hallie Cansdale at 5'11", and Carly Gibbs at 5'10". So if we, you know, get inside a lot and do the dirty work, we can create a lot of points and hopefully draw a lot of fouls. So 3:59 to go here in the first quarter. Cascade off to a very good start, playing a 2-3 zone. And now drive to the basket, puts it up, and no good there. And there's a foul by Bella on the rebound. That was a foolish foul, and that's already Bella's second. We got to, and now she will likely come out of the game. Yes, and Lauren Gutig, a 5'7" freshman, will come in. She did, you know, Lauren, despite being a freshman, did have some good moments against Brown County in the win there on Saturday. So now a three-pointer. They weren't paying attention on the inbounds pass. Litzelman was wide open there. Cascade still with the lead by 1. So now Emma with the ball double teamed, and now let's see, we've got a. Did they say? Okay, Cascade takes a timeout here. So each team with a timeout here in the first 4.5 minutes of the game. 3:34 to play here in the first quarter. Cascade off to a good start. They lead 8-7. They looked shaky in the first minute or so, but they've come out firing ever since. Though they just gave up a three-pointer on a defensive lapse, however. So it's no more lapses, no more unforced errors, and let's you know, hit at least 75% of our free throws. If we do those things, we're going to have a good shot to get out of here with the upset win over the 6-2 Lady Raiders. So Emma with the ball over to Juliana, over to Emma. And now over to Juliana. It turns around, and she nearly loses it. And there's a whistle there. I'm not sure if it was knocked out of bounds by Cardinal. Apparently it was just knocked out of bounds. I was hoping it was a foul against the Lady Raiders. And I will try to never refer to Cardinal Ritter as the Lady Cardinals. So now Gibbs with the ball over to Parsons. Now turns around, gives it to Hallie. Now to over to Carly. Now outside to Lauren Gutig. And now gives it to Juliana Schmidt, drives into the lane, puts up the glass, no good, fight over the rebound. And it's Cardinal Ritter ball. It's going to be a foul against Hallie. That's her first, team third. We've got to cut down on the fouls. So now pass through the arms of Alejnik, out of bounds to Cascade. So the Lady Cadets have gotten some lucky breaks so far. And now Dixie Short, one of two seniors on this team, coming in for Juliana Schmidt, the senior replacing the sophomore. And now, that's a forced pass. She was well guarded on the inbounds pass. Threw a forced pass and it was knocked out of bounds to Cardinal Ritter. We can't be, intimidated by this team. So now Alejnik at the baseline. Cardinal Ritter doing a lot of passing. And now drive to the basket. And now, however, it's tipped, and we got a steal attempt there by Cascade. And it's out of bounds to Cascade. No, they're good. Okay. No, they got a foul against Cardinal Ritter, so that's going to be against Sandifer. 3 fouls on each team so far. That's Sandifer's first. So now Cascade better hurry. And now, I thought she was hacked there by. I thought Lauren Gutic was hacked there by Sandifer. Hopefully that's the case. That'd be great to get 2 quick fouls on Sandifer, Cardinal Ritter's best player. But they're going to get it on Kelsey Wagner, though, a 5'7" freshman, the only freshman on the varsity roster. Nevertheless, 4th team foul against Cardinal Ritter. So now Short, however, it's stolen. And now Emma falls down while trying to go down court. And Klosser, who leads the team in steals, is fouled in the act of shooting. That's going to be on Schmidt, her 4 fouls on each team so far. Here in the first 6 minutes of the game, Klosser's first free throw is no good. Klosser, not a particularly good offensive player, averages only 3 points a game. And she misses them both, so we retain the lead, and Hallie gets the rebound. Good job. And Klosser was 9 for 11 on the free throw line coming into this game. But she missed them both there. And now a pass that is deflected and goes out of bounds off of Cascade. So 1:48 to go. And now Hallie Cansdale sitting down. So right now we have Short, Parsons, Schmidt, Lauren Gutig, and Gibbs there into the game for Cascade. So now a three-pointer no good. Rebound by Gibbs. Gives it to Schmidt, who brings it up. 1:33 to go. Cardinal Ritter has been cold with shooting, so that's helped Cascade, retain the lead. So Schmidt at the top of the key, dribbles, gives it to Parsons, drives, short jump shot, air ball. So Cardinal Ritter brings it up now with 1:13 to go here in the quarter. Now, some good ball movement there, puts it up the layup, however, no good, and Lauren Gutig gets it, and now Emma brings it up. Under a minute to go, Cascade still with the lead here in the first quarter. Now over to Parsons at the top of the key. And now it's a kicked ball, and Cascade retains possession. 50.8 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Lady Cadets on top by a score of 8-7. So Gibbs inbounds the pass, inbounds pass to Parsons. And now inside, and now a weak pass. Cascade, we've got to take better care of the ball than this. Because this could, if we didn't have any unforced errors, we might be up by, 4, 6, even 8 points right now. As it is, we're lucky that we're up at all. It's by the slimmest of margins, 1 point. 21 seconds to go now. And Cardinal Ritter with the ball. Good ball movement. Cascade playing good defense, however. Sandifer with the ball, double teamed now. Gives it out. And now finally a long three, air ball rebounded by Gibbs. And that's it. We don't get a shot off. So Cascade does some good things, also does some sloppy things, but Cardinal Ritter is stone cold on offense, turns the ball over a few times themselves, and the Lady Cadets clinging to a 1-point lead. We'll be back after these words from our sponsors on audiosportsonline.com. The Cascade High School Athletic Department simply would not be able to operate without the financial support of our business partners. We would like to recognize and thank them for their generosity. The official health provider to the cadets, Hendricks Regional Health, Diamond Partners, Bestway Drywall, and North Salem State Bank, Platinum Partners, Allen Irrigation Company, CJ's Pizza, Dunn Insurance Agency, Jill and Ian Bell's ExpertRealtors.net, and Global Construction Management, Silver Partners, Electric Plus, Bassett Services Heating and Cooling, and Clean Sensation Auto Detail, and Bronze Partner Endeavor Communications. Thank you, business partners. Your support of the student athletes of Cascade High School is greatly appreciated. Well, back here at Clayton, we're about to start the second quarter of this Indiana High School girls basketball game with your Cascade Lady Cadets leading the Cardinal Ritter Lady Raiders by a score of 8-7. It was a very sloppy first quarter in which your Lady Cadets shot themselves in the foot quite a few times, but did enough good things and took advantage of enough Cardinal Ritter errors to have the lead at least. And now a three-pointer, no good off the side of the backboard. Juliana the rebound, and she brings it up. So now Parsons over to Schmidt. Over to Parsons. Now a three-pointer from the corner is good. Yes. Bella Mahan picking up where she left off. Those are her first points of the game. She had 5 successful three-point field goals on Saturday, scoring a career-high 19 in the big win over Brown County. Now it would be great if she could hit another 5 or more today. She has 12 on the season now. This is the 8th game. And now no good on a underhanded shot there. Emma brings it up, so Cascade with the ball in a 4-point lead, a quarter and a minute into this game. Parsons now over to Schmidt, over to Parsons, now over to Mahan, back to Parsons, over to Schmidt. Just take your time, girls, be methodical. No shot clock, and we got a 4-point lead. So Schmidt now drives into the lane, now pitches out to Mahan for 3. She hit it, yes! Yes, Bella Mahan with 2 quick threes, pushing the lead from 1 to 7. So suddenly it's a 14-7 Cascade lead. Bella Mahan showing signs she's going to explode like she did on Saturday. Let's hope she does. And now a three-pointer, in and out, and knocked out of bounds to Cascade, excuse me. Okay, we got a 7-point lead in the ball. Now come on, let's just go in for the kill. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. And now there's a little bit of a sloppy inbounds pass, but it was tipped out of bounds by Wagoner to Cascade. Gibbs now inbounding into Cansdale. Gives it to Parsons, who's well guarded, but she does pass across court to Carly. Drives to the basket, and now puts it up, and let's see what's the call. Okay, it looks like they're calling it jump ball, but possession arrow does favor Cascade. So Schmidt to a wide open for 3, air ball, and now I think they're going to get Schmidt for a foul on the rebound. That's her first, team 5th. Cascade still with a 14-7 lead with an even 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Cardinal Ritter, a very solid team, 6-2 record, 2 sectionals in the last 5 years, including last season. Although we do have a size advantage on the inside. So now it looks like that shot was partially blocked there, I think, by Hallie. And now Carly Gibbs brings it up, gives it to Emma Parsons. So come on, girls, just work around for a good shot. So now Bella over to Parsons. And now over to Schmidt. Now over to Carly Gibbs, fakes a 3, drives the baseline. Now pitches. Oh, she was trying to pitch over to Carly, but to Hallie, but Emma saves it. Now go over to Bella Mahan for 3. No good, but Hallie puts it up and in. Yes. Yes, so Hallie with 6 tying Mahan for the team lead, and all of a sudden it's an 8-0 run by Cascade to start off the quarter, and we lead by 9, 16-7. So come on, girls, let's just keep it going, keep the fire burning. And now a 3-pointer, in and out. Cansdale the rebound, gives it up to Parsons, takes it down, and now brings it back out, gives it over to Gibbs. Now cross court to Schmidt. Now cross court to got 3, no good, but Cansdale puts it up and in. So that's the second time in a row Hallie's done that. She has a game high 8, and it's a 10-0 Cascade run to start off the second quarter, and we lead by 11. I like what I'm seeing here. Boy, I'll tell you, when we got that win on Saturday over Brown County, I knew it was important to get the monkey off our back. I wasn't thrilled with our performance. I think it was about a B- performance. Certainly it wasn't bad, but it could have been a lot better. But after the sloppy first half that nevertheless produced a 1-point lead here in this game, we're really playing very well now here in this quarter. Nearly halfway through the second quarter, we've outscored the Lady Raiders 10-0 to take an 11-point lead. Now let's just keep, just grab a hold of the jugular and don't let go. I don't want to lose the game after, having this kind of lead and this kind of performance so far in the second quarter. The first quarter, I think we brought our C game, and still, man, we're lucky to have the lead at all. Now I feel like we're playing our A game right now, and I just want to keep it. I want us to keep doing it the rest of the way, win or lose. But if we keep playing our A game, I think at this point we're going to win. Not a guarantee, but certainly a good shot. And now layup, no good. Gets her own rebound, puts it up, no good. And Cansdale the rebound. So Cardinal Ritter's just ice cold on offense now. So Gibbs with the ball. Now inside to Schmidt. Back out to Gibbs, over to Parsons. Drives to the lane, pitches out to Mahan for 3. She hit it! Yes! Bella Mahan with her 3rd successful 3-point field goal of the quarter. And it's a 13-0 Lady Cadets run to start off the quarter. We lead by 14, 21-7. And now free throw line jumper there is good by Olejnik. She has a team high 4 now, but it's still a 12-point Cascade lead. Now come on, let's just keep building on it. And now a wide open 3 there by Gibbs. She hit it! Yes! Carly Gibbs she has 6 now, all on 3s. So we've had 5 successful 3-point field goals in this game, 2 by Gibbs, 3 by Mahan, and we have a 24-9 lead over Cardinal Ritter. Yes. And now a wide open 3 there, no good. It's put up and in there by Olejnik. So Olejnik now with all 4 Cardinal Ritter points in this quarter, 24-11 Cascade lead. The Lady Cadets, if they can keep on draining 3-pointers the rest of the game like they have so far, I think we're going to get the win here. Now Schmidt with the ball over to Mahan for 3. Air ball this time. It's okay. You're playing well for us, Bella. And just now hit another 3 in a row for us. Bella Mahan's slowly turning into the Reggie Miller of this Cascade Lady Cadets team. And now off the by Sandifer. Sandifer lays it in, cutting the lead to 11. So 4 points in a row by Cardinal Ritter. Let's counter it now. So Gibbs drives to the basket, out to Hallie in the left corner. She drives it, takes it herself, puts it up, and she hits it. Yes! Hallie Cansdale already with double figures. She has a game-high 10, and it's a 13-point lead. We're doubling up on Cardinal Ritter, 26-13. And now a miscommunication there, and the pass is thrown out of bounds to Cascade, 1:51 to go. Now, come on. Let's finish the job, girls. I think it's safe to say this is our best quarter of basketball we've played all season. So now Gibbs with the ball. Drives into the lane, puts it up. I think she drew the foul. With 1:34 to go here in the second quarter. Or did they get her for the charge? No, it's okay. Good. It's on Cardinal Ritter. So okay, Hallie will be. It looks like it's a non-shooting foul. It's going to be on Wagner. So I hear Cascade fans shouting she was shooting, and now a couple of the officials are deliberating. So I guess there's question about whether Carly's going to be shooting free throws or not. And now one of the officials is going to the scorer's bench now. And apparently there will be no free throws. Nevertheless, 5 fouls against each team now. So Schmidt inside, and now they I think they got Wagner for hacking Carly there on the inbounds pass. No. Did they? Maybe there was a 5-second violation. Anyway, free throw line jumper, no good. And now fight over the rebound. And Juliana's got it. She's driving to the, and now she pitches over to Emma, puts it up and in. Yes. So Emma with her first points of the game. It's up to 15 now, 28-13, matching our biggest lead of the game. So we've matched their 4-0 run with a 4-0 run of our own. So now three-pointer there, no good, and rebound there, and it's knocked out of bounds to Cascade. 56.9 seconds to go here in the first half. Now let's finish strong. Make sure we don't have any breakdowns. Don't give them any, don't let them get 4 or 5 quick points to end of the half and make them feel like they're going to get back in this game. So now Carly drives to the basket, and I think she drew the foul in the act of shooting. It looks like that's what she was trying to do. Yeah, that is on Wagner. So 6 fouls now, so we're 1 away from getting in the bonus. Now Carly at the free throw line. No good. Come on, we got to hit our free throws. We've got to hit our free throws. At least make it 1 of 2, Carly. Come on. In and out. Oh no, I just that leaves me feeling very uncomfortable. But anyway, and now a turnaround jumper, no good. Cansdale the rebound, and Emma brings it up. Under 30 seconds to go in the half. Now we still have a 15-point lead. And now Cardinal Ritter's still playing tenacious defense. Cansdale with the ball now. And now Carly at the pitches out to Juliana. 10 seconds left. Now over to Emma. Puts it up, and it's knocked out of bounds. So Cardinal Ritter will have the ball, but with only 3.9 seconds to go. So now a couple of quick substitutions. Short and Gutig coming in. Mahan and Schmidt sitting down. And now uncontested, they better, and now a long shot at the buzzer, no good. So an outstanding second quarter by the Cascade Lady Cadets may be the best quarter they've played in a couple of years, and they surprisingly not just lead, but are all over the Cardinal Ritter Lady Raiders by a score of 28-13. We'll be back with a recap after these words from our sponsors on audiosportsonline.com. The Cascade High School Athletic Department simply would not be able to operate without the financial support of our business partners. We would like to recognize and thank them for their generosity. The official health provider to the cadets, Hendricks Regional Health, Diamond Partners, Bestway Drywall, and North Salem State Bank, Platinum Partners, Allen Irrigation Company, CJ's Pizza, Dunn Insurance Agency, Jill and Ian Bell's ExpertRealtors.net and Global Construction Management, Silver Partners Electric Plus, Bassett Services Heating and Cooling, and Clean Sensation Auto Detail, and Bronze Partner Endeavor Communications. Thank you, business partners. Your support of the student-athletes of Cascade High School is greatly appreciated. Well, back here at Clayton, where for at least the time being, all is right with the world, with your Cascade Lady Cadets leading the 6-2 Class 3A Cardinal Ritter Lady Raiders by a score of 28-13. It's a game in which both teams were very sloppy in the first quarter, and Cascade clung to an 8-7 lead. However, then in the second quarter, it was almost all Cascade as the Lady Cadets exploded with 4 successful three-point field goals, 3 of them by Bella Mahan, and meanwhile Cardinal Ritter was ice cold from the field as Cascade pulled out to take firm control of this game, and their current lead of 15 points is the highest margin that they've had for the game. Look at the individual scoring. First of all, for Cascade, Hallie Cansdale has a very quiet 10 to lead the way. She's taken advantage of her size. She's 3 inches taller than anyone Cardinal Ritter has, and she's just gone hard after the rebounds, and just consistently put in the rebounds that she's gotten, the offensive rebounds that she's gotten. Meanwhile, Bella Mahan has 9 all in the second quarter and all on threes. Carly Gibbs has 6 all on threes, and Emma Parsons has 2, and Juliana Schmidt has 1. Meanwhile, for the Cardinal Ritter Lady Raiders, Chloe Olejnik leads the way with 6, while Megan Sandifer has 4 and Emma Litzelman has 3. And by the way, I remember when my broadcast partner Rob Kindle and I, 3 years ago, we were the broadcast crew for Plainfield basketball, and they had a boys player named Owen Litzelman, so I would guess probably they are related because those are the only Litzelmans that I ever remember hearing about in my entire life. But anyway, back to this game. In the second quarter, just about the only thing I didn't like was Carly missing both free throws there. Like I said, Cascade on the season, only 45% from the line. That really needs to improve. We need to at least get it into the 60s, because when you're a 45% free throw shooting team, that will in a 25 game season, that will probably cost you 5 or 6 games, especially and probably more so down the stretch when teams figure out that you're a bad free throw shooting team and they adopt the hack-a-shack strategy. Nevertheless, though, the second quarter was just an outstanding performance by Cascade. We took advantage of our size. Like I said, Cardinal Ritter, not only do they not have a senior, but they do not have a player over 5'8". The PA announcer just said this just in. I thought maybe there was some late breaking news, but he was just saying it last call for cookies, 2 for $1. So if you're listening to the game and you're in the gym, you just heard me in case you missed the PA guy. But anyway, nevertheless, it was a great performance by Cascade in the second quarter, and hopefully they'll repeat it and keep the barrage of threes. Certainly Bella Mahan in the last game and a half, counting the entire Brown County game and then the first half tonight, 28 points, including 8 successful three-pointers. And hopefully she will keep that magic going. Because, really consistent shooting has been our biggest problem the last 2 seasons. Last season, Olivia Bryant, who is a good shooter but not a great shooter, averaged 16 points a game. And had she been the second best player on our team rather than the best, I think that she would have, had a higher field goal percentage because she wouldn't have felt the need to force things so much and just take the game on her shoulders at all times. But, she did what, she did the best she could have. I mean, she, really maximized her talent, and, propelled herself into, a college career along with her triplet sister Amelia. And, and of course, Olivia was named the Female Athlete of the Year here at Cascade for the 2017-2018 school year. And, it was a great privilege to commentate her. And I estimate I very well might have called her name more than any other player who I've commentated in my career. And, I remember when I got home from the most exciting Cascade broadcast of last season, which was that sensational double overtime win at Cloverdale, that we played during that awful stretch of the winter. In fact, the game was a rescheduling of a rescheduling. It was on a Thursday where I think we might have had 50 people there. We were down by 18 at the end of the first. We were down by 18 in the second quarter, came back to win in double overtime. And Olivia took this shot that she should not have taken when we had the lead in overtime. And I got on her pretty badly about it. I felt bad about it later. And then when I got home, my mom said, "You were really hard on Olivia tonight." And yeah, I was. And she should not have taken this shot, but I went too far with it. And it just, because I'm such a diehard Cadets fan, and I just want the girls to, just play their best at all times. And it was that game where, off the top of my head, I came up with one of my favorite sayings that I've kept with me, and I think I will for the rest of my career. During a really tight moment in the game, I was telling the girls, not that they heard me, but I was acting as if they could hear me. I told them to treat the ball like it was a newborn baby. And, if there was ever a game where the girls actually did hear my commentary, I have no idea if any of them listened to the archives of, I have no idea if any of the girls listened to the archived broadcasts or not. But if there's ever a game where they could actually hear me while they're playing, it was probably that one, because it was, we usually just do home games where I'm up here at the top. I'm sitting above any of the bleachers here. However, at Cloverdale, I was down close to the floor, and there were only, I think, about 50 people there. I think it was probably closer to 100 by the end of the game, because there was no JV game that night, because it was going to be a boys-girls doubleheader. And because of, the 2 reschedulings, they had to break it up. So there wasn't even a JV game. It was just the varsity. I think we started at 6:30. And I think we did get maybe, I don't know, we might have gotten 75, 80 people by the end. But it was a pretty thin crowd nevertheless. And definitely one of my top 5 or so moments in Cascade commentary. And I still have that top 5 best and top 5 worst list of my commentary career here at Cascade. I'm going to share with you one of these days. Maybe one of the 3 remaining broadcasts this weekend. Probably a great time to do it would be during probably halftime of the boys' game during the boys-girls doubleheader against Edgewood on Friday. But I just got a text asking me to explain the phrase hack-a-shack. And for those of you who don't remember, Shaquille O'Neal, despite his Hall of Fame career, was a notoriously poor free throw shooter. And during his career in tight games, he was often intentionally fouled a lot. And, the strategy, to me, it was a shame that, a player who is so strong and, who is so strong a player overall, had such a glaring weakness in that area. And I remember Rick Barry, who I think is the all-time leading free throw shooter in the NBA, or at least he's one of them. he said that he had offered to tutor Shaq in free throw shooting, but Shaq declined. But anyway, so Cascade, we start off with a steal. But anyway, so Emma with the ball over to Schmidt, back to Emma Parsons, over to Schmidt. We got a 15-point lead in the ball. Let's just be really methodical. Don't force anything. This is ours now. Bella for three, no good off the front of the rim. So now rebound there by Hicks, and now the drive to the basket, puts it up. It looked like she was trying to draw contact, didn't get it, and Gibbs got the rebound. So now Schmidt brings it past midcourt. A little over a minute gone by here in the second quarter. In the second half, excuse me. Cascade with a 15-point lead. They exploded with fourth successful, and now a three-pointer by Schmidt, no good off the rim, and rebound there by Hicks, and now a lay-in, no good, and now. Cardinal Ritter did get the rebound, put it back up, and I think she drew the foul. Who was that? That's Sandifer. And one note of concern, that was Bella's third. Bella Mahan now with 3 fouls. That's the first foul against either team here in the half. We got to keep her in the game. However, Sandifer misses the free throw. Cardinal Ritter's shooting has just been ice cold tonight, both from the field and the line. And she missed them both, and Gibbs the rebound. So we still got that 15-point lead in the ball. Now come on, let's build on the lead. Come on, Emma. He gives it over to Mahan. And now I think they're going to get Sandifer for a reach-in. Yes. That's her second and first against the team here in the half. So now Mahan with the ball at the left perimeter. And now she tries to reach Schmidt, but Schmidt had a collision with I believe it was Sandifer, and there's no call. It looked to me like there was quite a bit of contact there, but now a jumper just inside the three-point lane, and it goes out of bounds. The rebound goes out of bounds to Cascade. Yes. So a little over 2 minutes gone by here in the third quarter. Still no scoring. And now Cascade still with a 15-point lead, and they got the ball again. Now let's build on that lead now. Parsons over to Mahan, who's well guarded by Sandifer. Now over to Gibbs at the top of the key. Now over to Mahan. Over to Gibbs again. Gibbs drives to the basket, loses control, however, and it goes out of bounds to Cardinal Ritter with an even 5:30 to go here. So 2.5 minutes with no scoring yet here in the third quarter. Cascade still leading 28-13. Exploded, for a 20-6 margin in the third quarter. Sandifer with the ball now inside, and now it's almost stolen there by Schmidt. Good effort. And now Sandifer with the ball, takes it up to the free throw line inside the lane, puts it up underhanded, no good, and it's put back up and in there by Olejnik, and she was fouled, so she has a chance for a three-point play. Chloe Olejnik with a team high 8 for and that's on Bella Mahan. That's her fourth. We got it, and now she misses the free throw. However, Cardinal Ritter rebounds, but then we get a steal. We give it to Emma. She takes it down court, and the ball's knocked away. There's no foul called. Now Sandifer bringing it back and puts it up, and she's fouled there by Cansdale. So it looks like we're going to take Bella out of the game with 4 fouls. She picked up 2. She picked up 2 in the first quarter, sat down, then came off the bench to get the 3 successful 3-pointers there in the second quarter. And now no good on the free throw by Sandifer, and Dixie Short coming in for Mahan, who we probably will not see until the fourth quarter. Hopefully she'll come back and knock down a few more threes. Hopefully we won't need her to, but. And now good on the second one by Sandifer. She has 5. She is the team's leading scorer on the season. So the first. Now it's a 3-0 run to start off the third quarter by Cardinal Ritter. We still have a 12-point lead, but we've got to build on it. And now inside, it's a sloppy pass near, and now we got a fight over the jump ball. Possession arrow favors Cascade. But yeah, I don't like this that we've gotten. It's 4:22 to go here in the third quarter. We've gotten nearly halfway through the third quarter without any points yet. I don't like that. And now over to Dixie Short, fakes the 3. Now comes off a pick there by Carly. Gives it over to Emma Parsons there. Now it's tipped away, but Carly grabs it. Now over to Short. Now over to Parsons at the left perimeter. Over to Cansdale near midcourt. Now over to Gibbs. Carly dribbles now. Now over to the free throw line, turns around and puts it up off the glass, and she hits it. Yes, yes. Boy, did we need that. Gibbs with 8 now. We push the lead back up to 14. 3:41 to go here in the third quarter. Now a floater there, no good by Cardinal Ritter. Cansdale gets the rebound, falls down, but she appears to be okay. So now free throw line jump shot, no good there, and save attempt is taken there by Olejnik. So Cardinal Ritter with the ball, trailing by 14, and now blown coverage there, and Klosser gets her first points of the game. And I believe Cascade has wisely taken a timeout. It's a excuse me. Well, I thought Cascade needed a timeout, but it turns out that Cardinal Ritter took the timeout there. Nevertheless, hopefully Cascade will take advantage of it. The lead has been trimmed from 15 to 12, and I'll tell you, it says something that here we are with 3:11 to go here in the third quarter, and we have a 12-point lead over Cardinal Ritter, and, I'm feeling like, and I'm not feeling satisfied. I mean, if you'd have told me before the game started we were going to be in this position, I would have jumped on it, But now that we played so well in the second quarter, I want us to finish the job. And, no moral victories, if we lose this game, no moral victories. We got to get the win here. We got to get the W. So now Parsons with the ball. Take your time, girls. No shot clock. We got a 12-point lead. This is ours to lose. So now Schmidt with the ball. And now it's stolen away there. Stolen away by Olejnik. Gives it up to Sandifer, brings it down. Now over to Wagner. Now inside there. And now they find a wide open 3. No good, however. And Short gets the rebound. So come on, just, under 3 minutes to go in the quarter now. We got the ball in a 12-point lead. So Parsons free throw line puts it up from the free throw line, no good, and it is saved there over to Sandifer, who brings it down, puts it up off the glass, trying to draw the foul, puts it up very erratically, no good, and then a second jump shot by Olejnik, no good, and Cascade controls the rebound. Cascade has not played particularly well here in the third quarter, and now that was nearly a reach in. Oh wow. That was good defense there. And I'm not, Klosser, who leads the team in steals, I'm not sure that she did not make contact there and should not have been called for a reach in, but she wasn't. And the ball went out of bounds off of the Cascade player. to Cardinal Ritter. So you have a 12-point lead now, under 10 minutes to go in the game. But come on, let's just go, go in for the kill, eye of the tiger the rest of the way. And now a three-pointer by Wagner, and she hits it with her first points of the game. And it's down to single digits. It's an 8, and now a steal there, and now gives it to Sandifer, who takes it down and pitches it to a driving. Who was that? She hit it, and she has a chance for a three-point play. That was Klosser there. So now the lead has been cut more than in half. It was 15. Now it's down to 7. She hits it. Klosser with 5 now. Now it's Cascade. We've got to get some points here. And remember, Bella's on the bench with 4 fouls. So Gibbs with the ball. Now, and now a three-pointer by Short. She hit it! Yes, yes, yes! We needed that. The senior coming through. So the lead's back now up to 9. Boy, did we ever need that in the worst way. So now a drive to the basket, no good, and Cansdale the rebound, under a minute to go. And now it's fine with me if we hold for the last shot. Let's just catch our breath, settle down, and then just go in for the kill in the fourth quarter. If we can get another, and boy, how can that? Is that not a foul? That looked to me like that was they should have gotten Sandifer there. And now it looks like the foul ended up being on Lauren Gutig, but I thought Sandifer committed the foul. I couldn't tell for sure from my vantage point, but it looked like she made a lot of contact there on that steal attempt. So now Schmidt coming in for Gibbs. And keep in mind, if you listen to me a lot, you know I do not complain a whole lot about officiating, but I don't like that call. So now 28 seconds to go in the quarter. Cascade with an 8-point lead. And now a jumper, no good, and Cascade gets the rebound. I think it was Schmidt. She wasn't paying attention, however, and it was stolen. However, Cascade manages to get a steal of their own, and I think they just got Olejnik, who committed a hack there. So as far as I'm concerned, that's a makeup call, and that's Olejnik's third. She is the leading scorer for Cardinal Ritter with 6. So with 12.5 seconds to go, now Bella coming in, maybe hoping that she'll hit a three-pointer here late in the third quarter. 10 seconds to go now. Lauren Gutig now gives it to Parsons. Brings it past midcourt, takes it into the lane, puts it up. No good. Hallie, and she's fouled in the act of shooting. Yes. So Hallie goes to the free throw line. Hopefully she will hit them both. We sure need her to. And that foul, by the way, coming on Wagner, that is her third. Hallie, not a good free throw shooter, 8 for 18 on the season, and she misses that one off the back of the rim. Hopefully she'll at least make it 1 of 2. So now Taylor May's the other senior of this on this team coming in for Mahan. She hit the second one. She has a game-high 11. And now Sandifer from half court. I don't know if she got it off on time, but it's no good nevertheless. So very intense finale coming at you here at Clayton after 3 quarters of play here. Your score, Cascade 34, Cardinal Ritter 24. We'll be back after these words from our sponsors on audiosportsonline.com. The Cascade High School Athletic Department simply would not be able to operate without the financial support of our business partners. We would like to recognize and thank them for their generosity. The official health provider to the cadets, Hendricks Regional Health, Diamond Partners, Bestway Drywall, and North Salem State Bank, Platinum Partners, Allen Irrigation Company, CJ's Pizza, Dunn Insurance Agency, Jill and Ian Bell's ExpertRealtors.net and Global Construction Management, Silver Partners, Electric Plus, Bassett Services Heating and Cooling, Clean Sensation Auto Detail, and Bronze Partner Endeavor Communications. Thank you, business partners. Your support of the student athletes of Cascade High School is greatly appreciated. Well, back here at Clayton, where we're about to start a very tense fourth quarter with your Cascade Lady Cadets trying to pull off probably one of the biggest upsets in recent years. They lead the Cardinal Ritter Lady Raiders by a score of 34-24. The Lady Cadets actually had a 28-13 lead at the half, then got off to a sloppy and cold shooting start in the third quarter. Cardinal Ritter got it down to 30-24. However, Cascade did finish strongly with scoring the last 4 points to get the lead back up to 10. And now Cascade, after a missed Cardinal Ritter shot, has the ball. And now very aggressive defense by Cardinal Ritter, however, knocked out of bounds to Cascade. Cardinal Ritter has played good defense, but they have shot poorly, and that's been one of the big differences here. So basically what I want to see, besides obviously a cadet win, I want us to have good clock management. And now they got Sanford for a reach-in on Mahan. It's fourth foul. That was on Litzelman, excuse me. Nevertheless, fourth foul against Cardinal Ritter in this half. So now inside to Cansdale. And now a three-pointer by Bella. No good. And so it was a rebound there by Olejnik. So now Wagner with the ball. 7:09 to go here in the game. Cascade leading by 10, trying to hang on for what would be a huge victory. And now left-handed hook, no good. And the rebound, and we've got a whistle here. Let's see who it's against. Okay, they're saying it was a foul in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Mahan, and she's gone. Boy, that is a huge loss. So Bella fouling out with 9 points, all on threes, all in the second quarter. One thing we got to take out of this game, we got to keep her out of foul trouble. Fouling out with 6:52 to go, and Olejnik scores the first points of the fourth quarter. She has a team-high 9, and she hits the second one, too. So Gibbs with the ball. She's hit a couple of threes of her own tonight. Dixie short now. Over to Parsons. Now over to Gibbs. Thinks about a three. Then dribbles. And now takes it into the lane. Puts it up the glass. No good. And it knocked out of bounds to Cascade. With 6:24 to go. So I'm going to be watching the clock probably more than usual. Just hoping that we'll milk it like a cow. No bad shots. So now inside to Cansdale, puts it up. She hits it. Yes. Yes. So leads back up to 10. Hallie with the game high 13. So now a Sandifer, and we've got a foul here. It's going to be on Cascade, and now Cascade. Now Cardinal Ritter is in the bonus. The foul coming on Schmidt. That's her third. Okay, 36-26 the score, 6:14 to go. Cascade, come on, girls, let's just finish the job here. You can do it. I believe in you. First free throw is good. I believe that was Sandifer on the line. I can't tell for sure because of her ponytail covering her number. Cutting the lead to 9. No good off the front of the rim. And Gibbs the rebound. So Sandifer with 6. We have a 9-point lead and the ball. Come on, Carly. She gives it over to Parsons. Jump shot. No good. Juliana tried to chase down the rebound, but Sandifer got it and brings it up herself. Under 6 minutes to go now. So, and now across court, and now inside. Shoots over Cansdale, no good. However, put back it up and no good, and it goes out of bounds to Cascade with 5:38 to go. Cascade with the ball and a 9-point lead. Come on, girls, let's finish the job. Let's finish the job. And now, nice steal attempt by Cardinal Ritter, but it goes out of bounds to Cascade. And the Cardinal Ritter coach just gave a low, and now it's near steal there. And now Juliana brings it past mid-court, down to Hallie on the baseline. And now struggle for the loose ball, but Cascade maintains control. Come on, let's just settle down. 5:11 to go. And now Cascade takes a timeout. I like this timeout here. The girls, I think we're getting a little bit rattled out there. But what I was going to say is after that failed steal attempt that when it was knocked out of bounds to Cascade, the Cardinal Ritter coach nevertheless reached out to, give a, I guess you called it a low 5 instead of a high 5. I think just applauding the defensive effort, and there has been a great defensive effort by Cardinal Ritter tonight. In my opinion, a few incidents, very questionable no calls on what I think should have been reach-ins. But nevertheless, Cascade has the ball, a 9-point lead. And 5:16 to go. I apologize when I said 5:11. From my vantage point, I have to maneuver my head around to see, because it's the scoreboard is partly obscured by some of the banners here, and by one of the practice goals. So now Gibbs with the ball. Over to Lauren Gutig. Now, and that's good reaction there to save it. And now Schmidt drives in, puts it up, no good. And Olechnik gets the rebound. So now, but a bad pass, and it goes out of bounds to Cascade. Yes. 4:51 to go, under 5 minutes to close out the game, leading by 9 points. Let's do it. And so Cardinal Ritter now, very low margin for error here. Gibbs with the ball. Oh, and I don't know what we're on with that pass. It just looked like it went off of Dixie's hand the wrong way. It goes out of bounds to Cardinal Ritter. 4:38 to go. Now Parsons coming in. Lauren Gutig sitting down. Liz Gutig suffering that apparent left knee injury Saturday against Brown County in our first one of the season. Now we're trying to make it 2 in a row tonight. And now a no good on the free throw line jumper, and a rebound there by Carly, brings it past midcourt, and a very aggressive defense by Cardinal Ritter. Under 4.5 minutes to play now. Parsons with the ball over to Cansdale at the right perimeter. Very closely guarded. She hands it off, and now it's. I think that it's knocked. Okay, it looks like it's knocked out of bounds to Cascade, with 4:07 to go. 247 seconds away from one of the biggest wins. Certainly would be the biggest win of the year, and one of the biggest in recent years. Now inside to Hallie, she puts it off. Yes, she hits it, and we're up by 11. Hallie with the game high 15. Yes. And now this is ours to lose. Under half a quarter to play now. No good. And now Hallie, I think they're going to get her on the. No, it's okay. Jump ball, and possession arrow favors Cascade. So we got the ball, 11-point lead, 3:51 to milk. Let's do it, girls. Let's do it. This is ours. And now they don't get down on defense, and Hallie gets it, puts it up, no good. However, Dixie gets it, the rebound, but she travels. Boy, this place would have come apart had either Hallie or Dixie put it in. Nevertheless, we still got the 11-point lead. 3:40 to go, and let's finish the job, girls. No letdowns. You'll have plenty of time to and now a three-pointer there by Sandifer, and she hits it. She swishes it. That was a perfect shot. No, that was Litzelman, excuse me, Litzelman, who has 6 now, all on threes. Cuts the lead to 8. So Cardinal Ritter not dead yet. So Dixie short now from the free throw line. Now Gibbs thinks about a 3. Now she's fouled. Yes. She's fouled by Olejnik. With 3:07 to go. And that's Olejnik's 4th. She has it, and now Olejnik sits down. So 3:07 to go. So Parsons with the ball. We got an 8-point lead. 3:04 to go. Very tough defense there by Klosser, who leads the team in steals. So Gibbs with the ball now. Takes it herself. Puts it up, and she draws the foul. Yes. So Carly going to the line for 2. Now we got to hit them both. 2:54 to go. We got to come through in the clutch here. Come on, Carly, you can do it. I believe in you. She hit it. Yes. 9-point lead. Carly with 9 on the game. Come on, show you can do it in the clutch, Carly. No good. She at least hit 1 of 2. She has 9. So now Cardinal Ritter, 2:50 to go to make up 9 points. 2-3 zone by the Lady Cadets. And now fake on a 3 from the corner. Sandifer, and she loses it. But now foul on the, I believe it was Litzelman there. She grabbed the ball after it looked like it was going to be stolen. And that's one's going to be on Gibbs. That's only her first, though. It's team 8th. So 2 more, and Cardinal Ritter will be in the double bonus. And she misses it. Good. Not that I wish these Lady Raiders any harm, but you know what I mean. She hits the second one. So cutting the lead to 8. 2:30. Hold on. And now she's better. And she was hacked from behind, I think. That was by Litzelman there. So 39-31 your score. Emma Parsons at the line now for a 1-and-1. That finally puts Cascade in the bonus. Come on, Emma, you can do it. In and out. Cardinal Ritter the rebound. And now she drives and she draws the foul with 2:27 to go. Cascade by 8. That's on Cansdale. That's her 3rd. We lost Bella Mahan to fouls early in the 4th quarter. Some of the fans here are making some noise, apparently try to distract. And she misses it. Okay. So Sandifer misses the first free throw. So Cascade, regardless of even if she makes this, Cascade will still have a 3-possession lead. And she misses them both. And it goes out, but it goes out of bounds to Cardinal Ritter with 2:26 to go. Come on, girls. You can do it. And now fakes on the 3. Inside now. Drives to the basket. Puts it up. No good. And we got a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Cardinal Ritter with 2:20 to go. I hate that so little time's running up the clock. But we just got to finish the job. And now fakes a 3. Inside now. A turnaround jump shot. In and out. And Cardinal Ritter controls the rebound. Nice steal attempt by Parsons. It's knocked out of bounds. To Cascade, 2:12 to go. Come on, girls. Eye of the Tiger. Play like this is the state championship. certainly it would be one of the biggest wins of the program in a long time. And now a three-pointer, no good. Hallie the rebound, yes, come on. And now she gives it up to Carly. Cross court to Emma. Under 2 minutes to go. We got an 8-point lead and the ball. And some very tough defense there by Klosser. Again, the team leader in steals. Gives it over to Schmidt. Now over to Carly. And now over to Emma. Let's see how long it goes. They take before they start fouling. We don't have to shoot. And now cross court to Carly. And now she takes it to the basket. Puts it up. No good. I wish she would have held it, but nevertheless, under a minute and a half. Now a wide open three, no good, and it's the rebound out of bounds to Cascade, 1:22 to go. I think we're going to do it. I'm about 95% sure, but I'll feel a lot better if we get a score here. And we got a timeout here. The PA announcer didn't say who it was. Nevertheless, I'm glad we got the timeout because I think we can use it just to for Coach Carpenter to tell the girls, just stay calm, stay poised, play your game, treat the basketball like it's a newborn baby. I don't know if he's ever picked up on that phrase from me or not, but anyway, hopefully somebody has. But anyway, I'm still tense right now. I really, I feel bad that we didn't score more, that we only got the 6 points in the third quarter. If we had gotten even 12 points in the third quarter, this game would be over by now. As it is, we might have to sweat it out a little bit, but it's still ours to lose. 8-point lead in the ball, 1:22 to go. Cascade 39, Cardinal Ritter 31. This would be, I don't think it's much exaggeration to say this would be a monumental win in program history. And bad pass. However, the layup is no good. Jump ball possession arrow favors Cascade. We were very lucky on that one. Well, the possession arrow. The guy was about to. One of the officials was about to give it to Cardinal Ritter, and the possession arrow clearly favored Cascade. So now inside to Emma. Another bad pass. I don't like the bad pass. Oh, no, now a chance for a three-point play. If we lose this one, it'll be a major disaster. So that's two bad passes in a row. I don't like the way we're finishing this one. That was Wagner there. This is not good. The lead now, it's the lead's now down to 6. It's a 2-possession lead here with 1:15 to go. Wagner on the free throw is good, and it's a 5-point game. My God, what kind of pass was that? I mean, our passing has just gone to hell here. 3 times in a row. I mean, it's like we're trying to give them the friggin' game. And, we still might win this game, but I don't like the way we're finishing. And now, fortunately, they missed 2 short shots there, and Carly Gibbs fouled on the rebound. But, yeah, that was on Sandifer, and that's her 4th. So Carly going to the line. Now she's got to miss both of those, especially to make up for that awful pass she threw there on the inbounds last time. First free throw is up. Good. All right. So Carly cracks double figures. And we got the lead back up to 6. Now, if this will be big if she hits it because it'll be a 3-possession lead. In and out. So it's still, they can tie it with 2 threes. And now there's a 3-point attempt. No good. And now it's Cardinal Ritter rebound and a fight over the loose ball. And it's a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Cardinal Ritter. 1:01 to go. Cascade leading 40-34. And now wide open 3 from the corner. And it's good, and it's a 3-point game. Cascade threatening to make an epic collapse there. That was Klosser there. She has 8. She only averages 3. Boy, if we lose this one, it will be a major disaster. You know, just a few seconds ago we had an 8-point lead. Now it's dwindled down to 3. And we've been intimidated by their defense. And and maybe we just got a little complacent with that lead. You know, the lead's been cut from 15 to 3 now. I do give Cardinal Ritter all the credit in the world for how hard they've played to come back. I'm not crazy about the officiating. I think they've missed at least 3 or 4 calls that should have been made against Cardinal Ritter for reaching in. All right. So Carly Gibbs to inbounds. Let's see if she gets it, in this time. Make them foul you. Come on, get the timeout. Get the timeout. Jump ball, possession arrow favors Cascade. We're very lucky the possession arrow favored us there. 53.9 seconds to go. Now come on, just make them foul you. So now Schmidt with the ball, gives it over to Emma, brings it past midcourt. Now come on, make them foul you. And let's see, we got a whistle here. And I think Cascade took a timeout. 44.1 seconds to go with the 3-point lead over Cardinal Ritter. We led by 15, threatening to give it away. We took the timeout there, and hopefully it'll just settle us down. Very tense, a finale coming at you. Man, it's a very nerve-wracking, suddenly Cardinal Ritter going on a 6-1 run here in about the last 40 seconds to make it interesting. But if we are fouled, we've got to hit at least one because that will. And we by the way, there's 8 fouls, so Cardinal Ritter still has to do 2 more to get us in the double bonus. So if we go to the line for a 1-and-1, it's vital that we hit the first one. That will make it a 2-possession game, and that will make it slightly less tense. But man, this game should already be over. So now inside to Emma. She's got to bring it past midcourt. She does. Under 40 seconds now. Now Short looks like she's trying to, and now Short is fouled. Okay, so Short will be going to the free throw line. Dixie Short barely played varsity before this year. She's a 5'3" senior. She hasn't played much this year, but now she's going to the line probably for the biggest free throw she's ever taken. Come on, Dixie, you got to hit this one, please. She hit it. Yes, it's a 2-possession lead. 34.7 seconds to go. This is still ours to lose. Dixie Short with 4 now. Please hit it. She missed the second one, but we still have a 4-point lead now. 32 seconds to go. Klosser with the ball. Now a drive to the basket by Sandifer. She puts it up. No good. Fight over the loose ball. Jump ball. Possession arrow favors Cardinal Ritter. So Cascade with a 4-point lead. 24.5 seconds to go. Come on. Let's close it out here. And now Klosser gets it and pitches over. 3-pointer, no good, air ball. Fight over the rebound. And let's see, who got it? I couldn't tell from my vantage point. Okay, so foul on Short, that's her first. So that Olejnik in the line, Cardinal Ritter in the double bonus, so she'll get 2. Hopefully she'll miss them both. Yes. Okay, that's big. Now if she misses this, that'll be huge because it means we'll still have a 2-possession lead with only 15.9 seconds to go. She missed it, yes, and we got the ball. So this is ours. It's in our grasp now. And so Schmidt is fouled from behind now. Now if she hits both of these, it'll be a 6-point lead, and Cardinal Ritter We'll need 2 We'll need two successful three-point field goals. So all of Cascade, except for Schmidt, who's at the line, all of our girls are playing back. So she'll go to the line for two. She hits the first one. Schmidt, that's only her second point of the game. So we're at 5-point lead now. 13.9 seconds, 12.9 seconds to go in the game, or 13.9, excuse me. I'm having a very hard time seeing the scoreboard. She misses the second one. Sandiford brings it up. 11 seconds to go. Now, Klosser, they're taking a lot of time. Wow, all right, no problem, just let them take it. Wow, very poor shot clock management. 2 seconds. Yes, Cascade pulls off one of the biggest wins in school history. Klosser hits a shot at the buzzer, but we still win by 3. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. They don't make it easy on our hearts, but we still love them anyway. And Cascade, they almost deserve to lose the way that they threatened to give this one away, but, they do nevertheless get one of the biggest wins in the program in recent years. It's ugly, but, we're on a 2-game winning streak now. Nice way to rebound from that 0-6 start, as Cascade has just beaten Cardinal Ritter, a 6-2 team from Class 3A by a score 42-39. We'll be back with a recap and a look ahead to Friday night's boys-girls doubleheader against Edgewood after these final words from our sponsors on audiosportsonline.com. The Cascade High School Athletic Department simply would not be able to operate without the financial support of our business partners. We would like to recognize and thank them for their generosity. The official health provider to the cadets, Hendricks Regional Health, Diamond Partners, Bestway Drywall, the North Salem State Bank, Platinum Partners, Allen Irrigation Company, CJ's Pizza, Dunn Insurance Agency, Jill and Ian Bell's ExpertRealtors.net, and Global Construction Management. Silver Partners, Electric Plus, Bassett Services Heating and Cooling, and Clean Sensation Auto Detail, and Bronze Partner Endeavor Communications. Thank you, business partners. Your support of the student athletes of Cascade High School is greatly appreciated. Well, back here at Clayton for a final time tonight, where your Cascade Lady Cadets have had an up-and-down game, but they do pull out the upset win over the Class 3A Cardinal Ritter Lady Raiders by a score of 42-39. It's a game in which both teams played very sloppy basketball in the first quarter, with Cascade clinging to a 1-point lead. Then in the second quarter, Cascade caught fire with 4 successful 3-point field goals, one of them by Carly Gibbs, 3 by Bella Mahan, who overcame a scoreless first quarter in which she committed 2 fouls. And that ended up giving us a 28-13 halftime lead. However, in the third quarter, Cardinal Ritter opened up with an 11-2 run, cutting it to 6. Cascade did give us a little more comfort by scoring 4 points in a row to close out the quarter, making it 34-24. And in the last minute and a half, Cascade led by 39-31, but through 3 consecutive bad passes that were either stolen or went out of bounds to Cardinal Ritter on inbounds passes. And the Lady Raiders ended up cutting the lead to 3, making it a 1-possession game. However, Cascade, hit its enough of its free throws down the stretch to push the lead back up to 5. Both Carly Gibbs and Dixie Short hit 1 of 2 in the final seconds. And then Cardinal Ritter, with 13 seconds left and a 5-point deficit, used incredibly poor clock management on their final possession, not taking a shot until a short jumper by Olivia Klosser that went in at the buzzer, bringing us to our final score of 42-39. A look at the individual scoring. First of all, for Cascade, Hallie Cansdale led all scorers with 15, followed by Carly Gibbs with 10, Bella Mahan with 5, Dixie Short with 4, Emma Parsons with 2, and Juliana Schmidt with 2. Meanwhile, for the Cardinal Ritter Lady Raiders, Chloe Alejnik had 10. Elena Klosser also had 10. Emma Litzelman had 6. Megan Sandifer had, let me start over. Chloe Alejnik had 10. Olivia Klosser had 10. Emma Litzelman had 7. Megan Sandifer had 6. And Kelsey Wagner had 6. So anyway, this is a game in which, I just have so many mixed feelings about. Cascade, the first quarter they were sloppy, and really lucky that that we had the lead. Both teams handled the ball poorly at times. Both teams struggled offensively, especially Cardinal Ritter. Second quarter we played, brilliant, A ball. The only thing I didn't like is that late in the quarter Carly Gibbs missed both free throws on one trip to the line. But nevertheless, certainly it was that 20-6 margin was exciting, especially the 4 successful three-pointers, 3 by Bella Mahan, 1 by Carly Gibbs. Third quarter, we went cold on offense, and I think got complacent in the lead, and I think that, complacency continued in the third quarter, which is why was a big part in letting Cardinal Ritter back into the game. And then certainly, we became intimidated by their very aggressive defense that they really cranked up in the second half. I feel the officials, and I don't think I've complained about the officiating more than 3 or 4 times out of 200 or so games that I've commentated across all sports in my career. I don't like the officiating tonight. I think this is a game in which Bob Knight would have gotten 3 technicals if he had been coaching Cascade. I felt like we got hacked a lot, and they really just let Cardinal Ritter get away with it. But nevertheless, that doesn't excuse that we really did get intimidated and started to fall in with our ball handling. We did not protect the ball like a newborn baby, and we ended up really letting the game should not have hinged on the last 30 seconds. It should have been over by early to midway through the fourth quarter. And of course, obviously it hurt that Bella Mahan fouled out, that she had the 2 fouls in the first quarter, and then she had 2 more in the third, and then I think actually she might have had 1 in the second. But the point is that we got to make sure we keep her in the games. But nevertheless, I'll tell you, after the way we played just 2 games ago, and that disastrous performance against Tri-West, in which we lost by a score of 75-34, for us to come back and even get a sloppy win over Cardinal Ritter. I mean, if you had told me the night, I thought we would probably beat Brown County. They're a pretty bad team. But if you had told me the night of the Tri-West game, right after that game, that we were going to beat Cardinal Ritter at all, I would have been ecstatic. So it really shows how much the bar has risen for, what I've come to expect of these girls. And, if we had played our A game and lost by 12 or 15 points tonight, I would have, felt fairly good about it. As it was an up and down game. I give us a C+ for the game. I give us an A for the second quarter. I give us probably a D+ for the rest of the game. But, it shows that you're moving up the ladder when you can play your C+ game and play really the equivalent of your D+ game for about 3 quarters and still get the win. And Cardinal Ritter certainly shot itself in the foot with poor shooting tonight, although their effort was very strong. And so, oh, by the way, I just looked. I'd forgotten to look previously, but Tri-West got 24 steals against us. And Maggie Cora, of course, led the state in steals going into that game. She had a modest 4. Grace Sandlin had 6 and Peyton Walling 5. So that was a real team effort. But tonight, Cascade, our shooting wasn't great. We still have to improve a lot from the line, but we have to improve a heck of a lot from the line. But nevertheless, we are certainly doing a great job with attacking the boards. And, our three-point shooting's come a long way. And, if we can get, like tonight, and I'll tell you, if we can get Carly, who hit two successful threes tonight, and then Bella, who hit 3 tonight, and then 5 on Saturday, if we can get them to start getting consistently double-figure scoring, even just 10, 12, or better yet, closer to 15 points a game, but even if they're only averaging 10 a game, that's going to open a whole lot of shots for Hallie Cansdale on the inside. And we saw tonight, that, very often when Hallie got an offensive rebound, she easily put it in. And, it was, if you weren't paying close attention, you wouldn't realize how much she was racking up points tonight. She ended up with 15. And, I think almost all of them were on putbacks. So, that's why it's so important that Bella and Carly keep doing what they're doing. And keep in mind, Bella and Carly are juniors, and Hallie is a sophomore. So that trio is going to be back next year, leaner and meaner, and with this, a whole year of varsity experience under their belts, and that's really going to help us a lot. But after tonight, Cardinal Ritter entered this game 6-2. I was surprised they weren't ranked in Class 3A. They had played very well overall, 6-2, and over a tough schedule, by the way. So, now I'm starting to think that while we obviously have a lot to polish, we have to remember to play our A game. We have to remember to play focused basketball for 32 minutes, not just have a good quarter here and there, because there are games that we would have lost with the kind of breakdowns we had tonight. And we would have lost a lot of games to Cardinal Ritter, with this kind of breakdown. It just so happened that their shooting was poor, and then they had incredibly bad, clock management there at the end. So, this is definitely a win to feel, this is like a glass 2/3 full win, And but like I said, it's a testament to how far this team has come this season, with no significant seniors, having lost 7 seniors, including 4 full-time starters. That now, that we get, a victory over Cardinal Ritter after losing our last 6 games to them, and it doesn't seem like it's that big a deal. So Cascade basketball is moving up, and I think a little bit ahead of schedule. Now, what I want to see Friday night, and by the way, our next 2 games, we're 4 games now into a 6-game homestand. We close it out Friday night with Edgewood as part of the boys-girls doubleheader, and then a week from tonight against Monrovia. We should win both of those games. That would bring us to 4-6 and on a 4-game winning streak. And certainly, it feels good that the 0-6 start is already a distant memory. 2-6 and on a 2-game winning streak feels a whole lot better. And while there's a lot of things that we need to improve, it feels good that we can not really play that well except for 1 quarter of the game and still get a win over a 6-2 team from Class 3A. So overall, I'm going to go home in a pretty good mood tonight. But what I want to see on Friday night is our A game. So let's start looking at what happens on Friday night. It's going to be our second boys-girls doubleheader of the season. The Edgewood Lady Mustangs are coming to town. They're a program that's been very good in recent years. They've won 3 sectionals in this decade. However, they are in rebuilding mode right now. They currently have a record of 2-8. They did beat South Putnam 46-37, and of course South Putnam has beaten us in the sectional the last 2 years. The only other Edgewood win coming against North Vigo 45-31. And let's see. So far, we do not have any common opponents on the season, but and their average margin of loss isn't terrible. It's 12.4, and but they have a loss on their they have losses to 2 1A teams, Bloomfield and White River Valley. So certainly we should win it, and they are rebuilding under a new coach, Kurt Simich, and so. Anyway, that should be a win, and just looking at Edgewood's stats, they do have 3 players scoring in double figures, none of whom are seniors. They have, in fact, their leading scorer. Well, no, actually, one of them is a senior, but their leading scorer is a sophomore, Taylor Minnick, who is going to be a handful. She averages 16 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 5.5 steals. And then their second leading scorer is senior Kaylee Meyer, who's averaging 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals a game. And finally, Shelby Anderson, who's a junior, averaging 11 points and 2.5 steals a game. So, and they average, so Edgewood does average 15.5 steals a game as a team. So we do need to be prepared for, their defense, and certainly learn from what Cardinal Ritter did to us defensively tonight. But if we do that, then we should be fine. And meanwhile, the boys after that will play. The Cascade after the 0-2 start on the boys' side, they've come back to win 2 of their last 3, including the most recently part of the doubleheader sweep against Brown County last Friday. The boys do have, however, 2 ranked teams from Class 3A coming to town this weekend. Obviously, Edgewood on Friday night, who's 3-0 and ranked 12th in their class, and then our cross-county rival Danville on Saturday night, who is ranked 17th in their class. So anyway, I thought that coming into tonight, before this game, I thought we were going to go. The Cascade boys and girls were going to combine to go 1-3 in their games this week. I thought the girls would beat Edgewood and the boys would lose both of their games, and the girls would lose to Cardinal Ritter tonight. We did manage to pull off the upset. Even though we looked at a couple of times in the fourth quarter, we looked like we were trying to give them the game, but we did hang on for the win, and I applaud them for that. So if I were Coach Carpenter, I'd say, glad we got the win, but next time, let's put it away earlier. Next time, let's play good fundamental defense, keep the eye of the tiger all the way. It's a good sign that you can beat a good 3A team without playing your best, but next time, win or lose, I just want us to play our best. If we play our best, I will be happy regardless of the final score. And if we do play our best as we're capable of playing, I'm no longer convinced that this is going to be a losing season. I really think if we continue to play, at least close to how we played in the second quarter tonight, we still could have a winning season after all. Because this was Cardinal Ritter, a 6-2 team from Class 3A who's played probably as tough a schedule as we have, if not tougher. And, looking ahead in the sectional, right now, Cloverdale looks like they're the team to beat. They're 9-1. And only one other team in our sectional has a winning record right now. That's Western Boone at 6-3. Then you have North Putnam at 3-5, South Putnam 4-4. If I remember correctly, they graduated most of their starters from the last 2 seasons at the end of last season. And then Monrovia, who our opponent a week from tonight, at 3-5, and we're at 2-6 now. But if we keep on improving, the way that if we play as well as we did against Brown County for a lot of the game, and as we did in the second quarter tonight, and if we can keep Bella Mahan in the game, treat the basketball like a newborn baby consistently, keep the eye of the tiger all 32 minutes, keep attacking the boards the way we have, and if Carly and Bella keep hitting their 3-pointers, and Hallie, keeps, plugging on the inside the way she has, this could be a winning team this year, and I have no doubt they're going to be a winning team next year. And especially with Cloverdale's star player Tori Combs having graduated by then, I think next season we are going to be very serious sectional championship contenders again. So, once again, your final score here tonight, Cascade 42, Cardinal Ritter 39. The Lady Cadets recover from their 0-6 start to get their second consecutive win. They improved to 2-6. Meanwhile, Cardinal Ritter drops to 6-3. Well, this concludes our broadcast. As always, thank you so much for joining me, and I cordially invite you to do so again on Friday night at the special start time of 5:45 p.m. for the pregame show as your Cascade Lady Cadets, as your Cascade Cadets challenge the Edgewood Mustangs in a boys-girls varsity doubleheader. That's 5:45 on Friday. Until then, for audiosportsonline.com, this is Lec Zorn reminding you there is a difference only you can make.